Hey there, this is John from Heroes and Legends, and welcome to another Final Fantasy stream. Hopefully, this one goes better than the last two that we've done. We've been having a hard time with this set, and admittedly, haven't played a ton of it, not really familiar with most of the cards, but now I am 2 drafts in. Both times we went 2 and 3. I did like our deck a lot better the last time around compared to the first time, but, you know, we'll see. Just doing this for fun today. Next week, if I stream next week, I'm not really sure what I'm going to do next week. A lot of it depends on how many cards are spiking for the Market Watch. If I have to do like a double episode of the Market Watch, then I probably won't stream. But if I don't, then I probably will stream, and I will most likely be streaming some Edge of Eternities, which I'm excited about. So, before we get started, I do want to remind you that this video and this stream is sponsored by FlipsideGaming.com. Check out Flipside Gaming for all your gaming needs. You can pre-order Edge of Eternities there, which of course comes out on Friday officially. The pre-release was last weekend, so a lot of those cards are in circulation now. You can also pre-order Spider-Man and find a whole bunch of other stuff on their website as well. They have a lot of amazing things on there, so check it out if you get a chance. They've been awesome to the channel for a long time, sponsors of the channel for a very long time, and they do good work over there. So if you're looking for some place to pick up Magic or anything else, definitely give them a try. And they're not my local game store. I don't live near there, but they are a true local game store, which I think is pretty cool. So it's not like when you support eBay or something like that. I mean, it's a true game store. So awesome stuff. Thank you, Flipside, and we'll get into it here in just a second. Let me make sure my audio is working. I was having trouble with the game audio last week, and I think it's working, but let me check and see. I really need some new equipment for the streaming stuff. It's kind of... I somehow lost that. Hang on. I need some new stuff here because I have one good computer, one computer that's not so great. Okay. Let's see if this... Alright, looks like the audio is working, so good deal. We're going to be doing Premier Draft, which is ending pretty soon, at least the regular Final Fantasy drafts again, because of Edge of Eternities comes out, I believe, on Tuesday, if I'm not mistaken. Could be wrong about that, but I think it's Tuesday on MTGO. So, alright, let's... Yep. Yeah, I have 2 computers that I work off of to do this. One is good, one's fine, one's really old, and that's the one I kind of use as my second screen, but unfortunately it lags a lot, which is why sometimes I take forever to get things started here, and if I have to look something up or move something, it's a mess. So anyway, so I'm sure people are starting to come in. I might as well get going with the draft, huh? So we'll see here. Also, sometimes the screen freezes up on me and I lose the chat. It's a whole thing. But anyway, hopefully that won't happen today. So let me get over here and we will start our draft. I do have some lag when it comes to the chat, so I would like to get your input on picks because, again, I'm not super familiar with this set. It would actually be pretty nice. But unfortunately, unless it's like the first couple packs, by the time it comes through, my time's already up. But definitely let me know, because even after the fact, it's good for me to kind of see what you all were thinking, if I took the right card or not. You know, I was doing streams semi-regularly about a year ago or so, and we were doing really great, having a lot of good games, good records. Final Fantasy just hasn't been doing... Again, part of that is I'm probably not really in practice, and I'm not familiar with these cards, but... Anyway, Traveling Chocobo. You may look at the top card of your library anytime. You may play lands and cast bird spells from the top. If it is a land or a bird you control entering the battlefield, causes a permanent trigger. That's probably going to be our first pick here, and we can just try to go for birds. Seems simple enough, in theory, until we get cut off. So Chocobos, yeah, probably what we're doing. Just trying to see what else is in this pack in case something wheels, or what we might expect to wheel, or what our person next to us may be taking. There's another rare in the pack. I mean, decent stuff. It's the only green card other than this one. So maybe we go with some chocobos and we try to get some job select equipment, something like that, and call it a day. So let's see what comes up here. What do we got? Counterspell. That's a good card. We could go blue. I mean, if there's nothing else here that makes us say we need to take a particular chocobo or something. Doesn't look like there's anything crazy here. I mean, white is probably where we would go with chocobos, I believe, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to leave counterspell on the table. Now, it's not very splashable if we're not really playing at least some blue, but it is a good card. I like Fight On. We played black a lot. The 2 games we played, we had black, so I'd like to do something different. Let's go with counterspell, see what happens. Okay, there's a job select, and it's a pretty good one. The +2/+2, I don't mind. Anything else here of interest? I don't know. Probably just the job select. +2/+2 in reach, I think, is more than good enough. Okay. I don't hate that. Don't mind a little bit of ramp. Airship crash, probably not the worst thing in the world either. Not seeing any birds go by though. But I guess no matter what happens, if we just go into some solid green spells, at least that's a start. And if we can't really go deep with birds, then so be it, I suppose. Moogle. There's a bird card, so yeah, we're probably doing that. What else is here? Anything? If we can cut off any birds we do see, it might help us for pack 2. So yeah, we'll go with that. Chocobo Racetrack. Here we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Birds are so hot right now. All right. Here we go. That's not bad. Oh, we got another one of these, though. I think we probably have to go with that. We'll have more opportunities to get cards like Blitzball Shot, I think. Alright. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking with these chocobos. So there's our first white card. We'll have to see if Counterspell's going to fit here. I mean, we could get this. Anything that makes Counterspell easier to play. If that is our splash, then maybe we do that. Combat Trick. I mean, probably need something lower curve, but there's nothing really lower curve here for us. We'll just take this right now. It's okay. Maybe we play it, maybe we don't. This will help us if we do want to try to cast Counterspell. So we'll do that. And we got one of these. If we play it, we play it. If not, cool. Death Touch 1/1. That's actually probably a good low curve card, just generally. And then we got this land. Alright. Equipped creature is a wizard. Whenever you cast a non-creature spell, and whenever you cast a third card, put +1/+1 counter on that creature. That's not terrible for 2. But, of course, we're in the bird business, so let's see what's going on here. There's another Bard's Bow, which is not terrible by any means. Kind of think I might take that. I mean, this is good if I really am comfortable. I don't know how often we're going to be playing 3 spells in one turn, though. Or non-creature, well, non-creature spells. There's another one of those. I don't know if we need 3. What's Earth Crystal do? Green spells cost 1 less to cast, or 1 or more +1/+1 counters will be put on a creature you control. You get twice that many. That actually is probably just worth taking. Anything else here we're passing up? We already have 2 of these. I don't know that we want 3. I mean, maybe this wheel. There's also another one of these, though. But I think for this pick, we go with the Earth Crystal. We're not going to get another shot at something like that. Chocobo race trap, we may or may not. But we'll go with that. What else? What else? Maybe we'll just get this for removal. It's only our second card in white, actually, which is kind of crazy, but what else? What else? What else? Let's see. Here's more job select. Not like an amazing one, though. Yeah, we can take this for our bird strategy here. That's not bad. Anything else here interesting? Yeah, I think that's our pick. Got another one of these. Good 2-drop, actually. We need cards like that. Oh, there's a bird. Decent 2-drop as well. And this Bard's Bow, we got 2 of these already. But there's nothing else really here that's exciting, so. Town Greeter. I was hoping like one of those lands with a wheel or something, but I don't know. I'm not seeing anything super exciting right here. Yeah, that's fine. This landed wheel, actually, so that's good. We also have the opportunity to grab this. Maybe we just grab this, because I don't know if we'll get another one. That's our second. I don't know if we play that, but it is a 2-drop. Good blocker. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe we can go into Grixis. Probably not, though, huh? All right. What is here? That's not too bad. Probably just go with that, I think. Give us some evasion. Starting town, Sac Fair. Light up the stage. How's our high end looking? I mean, we could probably take something like this. It does have force cycling. I'm not an exciting pick here, considering this is what, pick 2? Or pick 3? And now pick 2, pack 3. Yikes. But it's fine. I don't think I have enough equipment for Adelbert to make sense. That might be okay, because we could use something else for removal. I mean, this is a little conditional, but like it might be good enough, especially with our token creation and stuff. So Sir Conrad. Here's Chocobo stuff. I don't even know what this card does. It says Chocobo on it, though. Whenever this enchantment enters, created 2/2. Whenever a land you control enters, this token gets plus. Okay. Oh, I do know this card. Okay. Transform. This permanent transforms. Search for a land card. Put on the battlefield. Landfall. Okay. Yeah. Yup. That's where we want to be. That's what this has come down to. All right. Light up the stage again. There's another one of these. I mean, that would be our third one. I would say it's probably not too much, though, because I mean, this we have, well, this set does tend to allow you to play some big things on this format. Cactar. Counterspell, a conditional one, but it is only one blue, and we probably are splashing blue. Well, that's a high-end beater, I suppose. I don't know, anything better here? Well, I'd probably rather just have this. Plays into our strategy. I'd imagine the Cactar might get a little awkward too. If your opponent has blockers, it's kind of like whatever. Like if you're winning, you'll win with that. If you're behind, you're probably not going to win with that. All right, I guess we're getting down there now. 3-drop. Plane cycling. I guess. I don't know if we're playing these things, but a job select. It's not a bad job select. Oh, I don't know what we took there. That's fine. Removal. If we need something, I guess we got that. Sure. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card among them. Maybe. Maybe. Let's see. I don't think we need a lot of ramp. I mean, maybe 1 or 2 things would be okay, but... Alright, let's figure out what we're doing with this pile of stuff. Actually, I think we're overwhelmingly, like, on theme, so I can't be too upset. Alright, we do have things we have to cut, though, for sure. One of these, okay, so those lands we could play, as long as we keep our blue splash, we'll see about all that. Let's just start cutting. Target creature you control gets +1/+1, gains hexproof till end of turn, untap it. It is a very nice combat trick, but it is 1 blue in a deck that we're going to be splashing blue very lightly, so I'm thinking probably not. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact, creature, lands from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom in any order. So we're digging for a green. There's some value to be had there. It only costs 1. It's probably expendable, but we'll keep it for right now. Until end of turn, this creature gets +1/+1 for each permanent in your graveyard. I'm not so worried about that. Just having a 1/1 death touch like early in the game, considering our removal might be a little limited, is probably where we're going to go. Hey, Joseph, welcome. Good to see you. Just did a draft and got some birds going on, some chocobos. You're just in time. Just in time to see another deck go 3-2. Hopefully this one will do better. Alright, so Tifa's Limit Break. Target creature gets +2/+2 till end of turn. This is an instant. This is why I really like this card. For a little more, double target creature's power and toughness till end of turn, and you can triple it for a whole bunch of mana, so that's pretty good. So yeah, we'll hang on to that for right now and see. This is a bird, and it has flash, and it only costs 2, so we'll probably keep this. We may return another permanent to its owner's hand, which could come in handy, and it has a landfall for that +1/+0 deal. So, which Commune with Beavers might work well for that too, because we have a lot of cards that trigger when you play lands with that +1/+0 thing. Slash Light deals damage equal to the number of creatures you control plus the number of equipment you control to target creature. I think that'll be good for us. Counterspell, because it's counterspell. If we can splash it and make it work, we're going to. It is 2 blue though, but we do have 2 lands that give us one of our colors and blue, so maybe we can keep it. A little bit of ramp with that. I like it. We have 3 of these things. They are sorceries with flashback. Create a 2/2 bird token, and again, when you play the land, it gets bigger. So there's that. Whenever this enchantment enters, you get the token, and then this can turn into a 2/2 itself. And you can search land when that happens. This creature enters mill 4. You may put a land card from among them to your hand. It is a 1/1 creature. I don't know. This one feels... I got 2 of these things just at the end of packs. I don't love that because I'm not really... think I'm in the business of milling myself. And yes, it might be good to pull a land, but it's also not guaranteed. Now, 4 cards, hopefully you get a land. But, you know... the way our luck's been lately. Flying, you may put a land card from your hand onto the battlefield. So, I mean, surprise, extra land. But again, that's very situational. Will that ever pan out? No, but it is a good for 2. You got a good blocker. It's a 0/4 flyer. Until end of turn, this creature's base power becomes equal to the number of towns you control. We don't have any towns, do we? Or any of these? Oh, no, we do have. We got 2 towns. Those are towns. So... that's the thing, I guess. We have a 3/3 Chocobo here, so we're going to go with that. And we have the Stampede ability. A counterspell-esque card. I don't know if we will need it, but it only costs 1 blue and 2. I got 3 of these. 3 of these might be a little overkill, but they are pretty good. And we may need to buff a bird if we're in a situation where we can't drop lands or we need some extra toughness. Give something reach too. I don't know. We'll probably have to cut like 1 of those though. Whenever another creature you control enters, this creature gets +1/+1 until end of turn. It's a 3/2 for 3. I mean, there's value there. We do have a fair amount of 3 drops though. Search for a basic land or town. Oh, this searches for a town. So this might not be bad. Then shuffle. When you search your library this way, put a +1/+1 counter on target creature you control. Yeah, that's actually pretty good. This one's a 3/2. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, and here's where you can play birds. You can, although most of our birds are like sorceries that create tokens, I think, so, or enchantments or whatever. So like that's probably not gonna be great, but the land portion can be good. And also the second trigger, so that kind of makes all this worthwhile, right? As long as you control 7 or more lands, this gets +2/+2. We have like 2 forecasting cost cards. Maybe this is worth keeping just to keep our curves somewhat like stable. But I'm not thrilled. Maybe it goes. Earth Crystal. Green spells cost one less to cast. Awesome. If 1 or more +1/+1 counters would be put on a creature you control, twice that many go on. And I can distribute 2 +1/+1 counters. So yeah, I think that's very solid. So we will keep it. This spell costs 2 less to cast. If it targets a tapped creature, destroy target non-land permanent. It is expensive, but it does have versatility, and it's not too expensive if you're hitting a tapped creature. So we'll go with it. Whenever this creature enters, this can probably go. Put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. I don't hate it, but we got a lot going on at 5. Let's see it. Well, this actually shouldn't even be in here. Oops, lost my card. This is I tried to put in the sideboard and it missed. Whenever you cast a creature spell, yeah. Okay. We have 3 of these. Yikes. So again, we probably can't run 3. I mean, we have 2 of these. So we are going to have to, I mean, we're a little top heavy here. We have some ramp ability going on, but like, I don't know if I want to run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 5 drops and a 6 drop. This 6 drop has force cycling, but in and of itself, it's probably not doing a whole lot for us. It can probably go, and we can try to trim this down. Now, without the 6 drop, the 5 drops don't look so intimidating, but there's still a lot of them here. So let's see what we can do. We're definitely keeping that. And then the question is, are we going to trim this? Which we could. It has plane cycling though. Go down to like 2 of these. But this is a big creature. I mean, it's not there forever, but a 4/4. Giving your creatures trample, so it's going to have trample when it's attacking. We need something high end like that. That's just beefy. So like maybe that's what we do, right? Whenever a land you enters, create a 2/2 green. Yeah, so I mean, this is going to help us go wide, and it triggers the whole +1/+0 thing. If traveling chocobo's out when we're using this, awesome. Like that's really good too. So yeah, with no 6 drops and only 2 4 drops, we might be able to push the 5 spot, especially in this format, and be okay. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But I can also see myself drawing like 6 of these in my opening hand, right? Like, and that won't feel good. So let's trim. Let's do this. Let's trim this. Now we have 6 5 drops, 2 4 drops. Let's trim anything here that didn't feel like it was amazing. Look at the top 3 cards of your library. You may reveal an artifact card or a land card among them. I mean, digging for the sake of digging. Granted, finding a land would be nice, but I don't know if we need that. I'll keep the Death Toucher. I'll keep this for now. I'll keep Tifa's Limit Break. I want that bird. I want the Dragoon's Lance. That we want. Counterspell, probably want. I don't know if it would be more trouble than it's worth though to splash if we just splash for Counterspell on 2 blue, because I don't think I'm going to keep this. I mean, I have, look, okay, for removal, I got this if need be. It's a little expensive, but sure. I have this. the Death Touch creature, kind of, sort of. And I have this. That might be enough removal. Our counterspell is feeling a little awkward. Because we get rid of this, then we don't even have to worry about this. And then we just go, whatever we decide to do here, just say for right now that. Okay, and then we just have to cut 4 more cards. Yeah, I don't know about this. Yes, we have the opportunity to get some extra lands in there, but if we do, it's a 6/6 vanilla for 4, which probably we can do better than that. That only leaves 3 cards to cut. Got a lot of good 2-drops, actually, which is awesome. I mean, do we need 3 of these? Equip cost is 6. I mean, that's pricey. But you are getting a 2/2 reach creature for 3 with the ability to later move one of these things. However, 3 of them might be a little overkill. So let's just go with 2 right now. We might even be able to go with 1. This is just kind of here as a 3-drop, so I don't know that we need it. I mean, I think our 3 spot is pretty fine. The counter when it hurt. Or so it's not a counter. This is the +1/+1 until end of turn card. Yeah, we probably don't need that. Because we're not going to have tons of creatures like entering or anything like that. It'll just be kind of normal pacing. So that can go. Now we only have to cut 1 more card. So our curve, like I said, we're really good at the 2 spot. I think our 3 is good. Our 4 is a little odd. And we have nothing higher than 5, but we do have 6 5-drops. And I don't know how I feel about that right now. Everything else feels pretty tight, though. If one of these were a 4-drop, I feel a lot better. And none of these have alternative casting costs, right? Well, this one does. This one can be cast cheaper, which would mean 5 3-drops if I don't count that one, or 5 5-drops if I don't count that one. Oh, I think I had 17 lands now. I think I did have 16, right, Joseph, before I moved those. But I think now I'm good, right, with lands, I believe. 9 and 8. Oh, now I get what you're saying. Go down to 16. I could. I'm still scared of these 5-drops, though. I mean, 5-drops. You might be right. In the scheme of things, like, 5 is not that high, especially, you know, in this format. So 16 lands. Although it's also, the deck also kind of uses the lands to build on the creatures. So it might not feel bad to draw a land late in the game like it normally would. It might actually help. So yeah, I'd probably keep the 17. I think probably the smart move is to get rid of this and go with 2 of those, or I could get rid of a Bard's Bow, because again, how many of those do you need? 1 is good, 2 might get a little awkward. So yeah, I think so. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. 1 2 3 4 5. So I could probably do this. Feel pretty good about that. I think that's the deck. What could go wrong, right? What could go wrong? Yeah, there's no double white, right? So I did go a little. I did trim that 1 and go with the extra forest, but yeah, I don't know. I feel pretty good. course, this set, I am terrible at it for whatever reason. Again, to be fair, I have not. I played 2 drafts. This is my 3rd draft, and I have no other experience with this set. So, you know, part of it's my preparation. Don't get me wrong, but I have just had. I just haven't been able to wrap my mind around this particular set for whatever reason. I feel like I loved playing Bloomborough. Did great with that. Did great with a number of sets back when I was streaming. Like I said, about, you know, well, at least somewhat regularly. Nah, maybe not regularly, but maybe not somewhat regularly. But when I was streaming about a year ago, I felt like, okay, we're doing really good, right? Got some great records. Every once in a while we have a dud deck, but for the most part we did really well. This particular situation, not as much. And there's all the 5 drops that I said were coming. We do have a ramp creature to get us there, so I guess we'll keep. Won't. And we go second. So, I mean, although in this case that might not be a bad thing. We draw a card, but what's this thing do? Okay, as long as you control another artifact, search your library for of course. This is what this set does. It's not necessarily a fast set, I don't think. But all of a sudden, like, the game just blows up quickly. Like, somebody just has, like, 2 cards and they take over the game. Like, what? How much does it cost to search for another one of these? 3. Now they get a 3/3. Of course. Look at this. Look at this nonsense already. Well, I'll play my 2/2 bird. I mean, I can drop something for 5. I can put this down. Might stem the bleeding a little bit. I mean, playing this, I'd probably want to play this the following turn if I want to play that. Just so I can play it and then drop the land. 2 1s. What's the trick here? Oh, they have 1 open land? No, they have 2. I really don't want to lose. Well, I could lose the token. Okay. And that will get out of control quickly too. Of course. Of course. Man, our opponent's got it all, I guess. I mean, if our token dies, this thing gets bigger. If not, we're taking 6, which will put us at 6. I don't really see much of a choice, though. I mean, I can block it. Well, that will die. Yeah, just take the 6. Yikes. Yikes. I can put a 4/4 out this turn, assuming it doesn't get destroyed. They're playing black. A lot of good removal in this set. Okay, hold their blockers back. Alright, blow up my chocobo. Blow it up. Now they can blow it up. Now they drew some kind of terror, I'm sure. Alright, oh, wow. Now we stabilize? Problem is, we can't really do a whole lot of anything. It gives us board presence. I mean, anything I attack with is going to feed that thing. I mean, yeah, I can't attack. could attack with this. I mean, our opponent had tons of heat to start off the game. If they start hitting, you know, some other stuff. Problem is we're at 6, so there's that. Trample. Sacrifice another artifact or creature. Put +1/+1 counter on this vehicle. It becomes a spirit. Okay. So that can come at us with a 5/5, basically, out of nowhere if it wants to. Got some more lands. Actually, got lots of tokens. So all it takes is sack, and they could sack this, and they have 2 5/5s. So this would just run into its death if I attacked with a 4/4. So I guess that's a thing. They're gonna do it anyway to get just to get the token. The artifact. Yeah, that's right. They can do the artifact too. But they're gonna have to lose the creature. Wow, well, this gets interesting. I'm just going to do this now. This thing is big. I mean, granted, they have to sack something to activate it, but they got what, 1 card in hand? This is interesting. Start eating our chocobos. Set Tordian. We lose. The thing is, we're going to be getting them back. I mean, at this point, it could become a war of attrition. They took some damage. They ate 1 chocobo. Two cards now. Okay, they can destroy something. Got a chocobo. What does this do later on? Something. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died, you get treasure token, which they can now sack to that. Yeah, that could be a little awkward too. Okay, so now if I attack, they'll just sack this. They'll have 3 blockers. They probably won't block with this, but they could eat 2 chocobos if I attack. So it'll kind of be at 0. It will also result in this turning. Oh, well, no, we'll get up them another token, which we don't really want to do. But at some point, we're going to have to rumble. We have 9 lands out, which means we have 10 more. I mean, at some point, if we drew, I don't know. I don't know what we have to get out of this. They got the artifact now. We have a few things to get rid of now in permanent. Blocker. Yeah, I think we're running out of gas now. Our opponent just had such a great start. If they didn't come out with that quick damage, we maybe would have had a chance here. I don't know that we're doing 14 before they're doing 6 at this point, though. Yeah, now they got 2 more cards. That hurts. Kind of like the deck, though. Again, if their start wasn't so good. Yeah. Sure. Sure. And they can attack if they want to. I mean, maybe they're, well, I don't know. Maybe not. If they attack, they're losing some stuff. But if they did, like, unless we got really lucky and were able to, like, get back our board quickly. They can always sack. Can they sack something right now? I mean, that will get bigger when things die. Like Cabal Ghoul situation. Yeah, well, one card. Like that. Yeah, at some point they can just drain my life, right? Yeah, sack that. I figured. That was cool, then. And it tramples for 1. Yep. Guess I should have blocked with another 1 on that one. But again, that's my bad for not getting to know these cards well enough. That's kind of a funny pick. We can even activate that. At this point, they only have to use this ability 3 more times, right? Where is it? The 2/3. I have no way of getting rid of it. At least not right now. So they can sack. Is it creature or it's just a creature, right? A creature or artifact. No, it is artifact. So yeah, they can finish me, I believe. Yeah. Do it there. They can do it again now. And then they just need to sack one more thing. They have something they can sack, or they can just do an extra. No, they also have the trample. I'm going out. I'm gonna fight. Silly. This is gonna trample, right? Yeah. That is madness. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, and then to stop this, I'd have to do 2. Yeah, that's not gonna be good enough. Yep, yep. And they can just do that anyway. Okay. And there you have it. Game number 1 in the books. I kind of liked our deck. Like, again, we had a chance at that game if the beginning's different, right? The opponent just, like, had everything in the first, like, 4 turns. And then they kind of ran out of gas. We stabilized for a moment. And then we ran out of gas. And it was like, okay, it is what it is. But that's what I've learned about this set, I think, in this format is very frequently a couple cards, or even sometimes one card, and sometimes not even a rare or mythic. Like, that happens in drafts sometimes. A mythic can come out and really, like, skew the game. Sometimes it's, like, an uncommon. And, like you get the right couple cards early on, and it's like, you can't, it's almost like the opponent can't come back. I've just felt that a lot in games in this format, more so than normal, right? And now I don't know, is it because I wasn't playing as much when special guests were a thing? I mean, they were just starting out, right, with like Outlaws and stuff. I played back then, but I don't think it's that, because usually it's just regular Final Fantasy cards that are like beating me up, you know. So. Okay. Yeah, we can keep this. Our opponent went first last time, too. Of course, in best of 1, going first is optimal. So this time we have a shot at it. I'll play this first, not show our hand too much yet. I'll play this next turn. Although I could attack on this turn. Two white. What are they playing? Equipment? Birds? Let's attack. Like, do I want to hang on to this? The downside of hanging on to it is I'm not playing a card this turn. I could surveil though. Although, yeah, it's worth playing. I want to ramp into that. So next turn we can play this, and then this gets a little more of an option, becomes more of an option for us. Hero of Light. Vigilance. Oh, this is Adeline. Responding to heart. Hero of Light, power equal to the number of creatures you control. Whenever you attack for each opponent, create a 1/1 light creature token. Tapped and attacking that player. Okay. Well, let's play our bow. Hey Joseph, did I mess something up? Probably. I could attack with this. Just. Oh, I think you were probably saying wait on that other card. So I always got to figure it out with the lag. I could have, because then I could have had the ability to draw, like, to play the second land when I'm more aggressive, but I really wanted to get that 4/4 out, so don't know if that's the right thing, though. So our opponent's also Selesnya. Here comes the Bard's Bow. 3/3. Now this becomes a 2/4. Commune, yup. have a land. I could do 3 to that. I could still play the Chocobo. That one's a 3/3. We'll just get aggressive here. Birds are so hot right now. All right. Should have played that first. I forgot I gave it a +1. That's on me again. See, I need to learn this set. Zero preparation. Zero preparation. What does this thing do? Other target creature control gets +1/+1 until end of turn for each creature you control. That's decent, huh? This thing is now a 4/4. Guess I'll take the 4. So we probably need to get rid of that, huh? Just keep the pressure on. Sonic could trade, yeah. But they're still going to be taking 6. Our Chocobo will go away next turn. Yeah, they don't want to trade. But I don't know, they got to do something though. Yeah, I think they have to. It's awkward because that thing's really only a 2/2 under normal circumstances. Oh, this still wasn't enough for the trample. So, okay. There you have it. Hey, we won one. 1-1. I'll take it. I'll take it. If we can win 2 more, this is the best draft we've had so far. Out of the 3. So, alright. Yeah, the achievement was that for winning with no cards. Alright. Well, let's keep going. I do like this set, though. I was saying it feels awkward, but I kind of like it. In this, I should say, this format. A lot of land. Okay. 2 5-drops. In this, I don't think keeping a heavy land hand is bad in this deck, so we'll do it. We're going to be able to ramp to this relatively quickly. We did go first, which is nice. More land, which is a thing. Which actually might, well, we'll see. Might be good. Oh, this is kind of interesting. So we can play this. That's what I'm supposed to do. Damage to player. Draw a card, then discard a card. The opponent player loses life. So it's a kind of like a looting, but they take damage. So did that in the wrong order. Did that in the wrong order. Making too many mistakes here. Need to get familiar with these cards, although I say that next week we'll be playing Edge of Eternities, so maybe I don't have to get familiar with these cards. Maybe I just need to learn Edge of Eternities and actually pay attention to the cards before I play. Alright, so this thing's a 2/2. How much does this cost to equip? Only 2. Pretty good. I mean, I can block. I'm fine with that. And what does this thing do again? Okay, this time, let's do this in the right order. Aries too. Lifelink 2/2. Whenever you gain life, put a counter on Aries. It dies. The counters move to each legendary creature you control. Okay. Which right now is nothing, but still. Alright. So. No lands. I can play this. Should have attacked first though. Really don't need them eating our chocobos at this point. Just hold off. I do feel like this deck, though, kind of needs to win relatively fast. Give some remote. That's alright. That's alright. We got more of those. We got more of those. Okay. How many of these do I have? 4? At this point, I'd like to have the There's this again. This again. So everything's got trample. I can play this. I had a land to go with it, although that Stampede's going to last for a few turns. Or right now I just play this and just keep going wide. Or maybe I don't. Oh, it's 7. That's more than I thought it was. Okay. That's fine. I was thinking it was 6. So I guess I'm not going to take the turn off then. Here's that. If I can drop a land and get this Stampede, and my stuff doesn't die, maybe we can do something. That's aggressive. So this will get the counter. We'll get more than that because this has lifelink. So then we'll get a bunch of counters, but I'm not afraid of one big creature with vigilance, quite honestly. Probably should have blocked one more thing. Here's one. Okay, still tied. That's fine. But it comes back with a combat shift too. Okay, no lands, unfortunately. And this is gonna go away, so that hurts. I can attack with it, or I can hold it back one more turn to block. I mean, if they're at 28, they'll just take the 5. It won't really matter. And then I'll have a lot of stuff coming at me. Yikes. Yeah, this is getting away from us quick. But again, it's like 3 cards that beat us, right? It's like this, this, and this. You know? Like that's what's weird about this set. Oh, and maybe the equipment. Well, maybe the equipment. I'm not even going to say the equipment here. Some lands would actually go a long way right now for us. There's one. And we no longer have trample. Yeah, we can't really do much. I mean, they can just eat these two. They can play this. Got a couple more turns of this, right? Or one more turn of that. I got 6 of them. They eat 2. I need lands. Yeah, I think you're right, Joseph. I think at this point, like, just be aggressive. If we keep hitting lands, I like our position. Even though they're... Oh, now they drew 3 cards. I don't like that. Ah. Well, that's good. See if we can get a land on top. We got rid of that, but it did its damage there. attacks with everything. Or no, those had summoning sickness. Actually, if I attacked with the other two things, well, they would have been a 2. Okay. So I guess I didn't mess that up. This time. This time. So now that puts him in an awkward spot. And I know I have a land coming. Opponent can't finish us. They have 1 card in hand. They have 4 mana. What does this cost to? Wait, spells cost 1 less. They began game twice. Creatures. I mean, we don't know how much life we have. But it might not matter at this point. Like, none of these have life rank, right? Yeah. So you go for broke here. Although, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter. 1, 2, 3. They block 3. There's 9 of those things. I don't know if I want to just save something back just in case. Keep 2. Well, I guess. Well, yeah, that's fine. In case they have some sort of gain life situation. They're still taking a lot of damage. Oh, do they have lifelink now? Oh, that gives them lifelink. See? Reading the card would help them. Alright, well. But it won't matter because lifelink. Oh, yeah, it does. Difference between Spirit Link and lifelink. So at this point, we're kind of done, right? If we can't deal with probably that thing. If we don't get our destroy non-land permanent. Yeah. Was 9 times 3 is 27, but yeah, I mean I guess we're kind of dead any way you look at it, because I mean I can hold, I mean they can do the 6 thing again. Can't get by with anything. Oh well. Did a lot of damage, huh? Did a lot of damage. Imagine if we were playing against a deck that didn't gain 100 life every turn. This would have been pretty decent. This would have been pretty decent. I mean, couldn't they have just activated this? Am I like missing something here? Make everything fly and just hit us. There you go. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yup. gotta stop making mistakes though. Kind of wonder if I had that extra token from the beginning. If that would, well, I guess I probably wouldn't have. Right, we did get our opponent down to 2 at one point though. That was much later. I don't know. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, if I was sharper with these cards, that's part of my problem. But we might have squeaked out one of these wins over the last 3 drafts we've done. But for the most part, I mean, I think our losses were pretty, like, they were pretty much runaway games. But our wins were too. Like, our wins were, like, strong. So I don't know. This one is a good hand. A lot going on here, actually. That's good. Okay. So if we lose this, we're 1 and 3. That'd be the worst draft we've done, but it was pretty. I mean, I could ramp with this, or I could play this. I might ramp. Try to get to that choke zone. Although, I mean, well, theoretically it'd be nice to hold on to your lands a little bit for later, but, I mean, lands should keep coming. Oh, you can't use that on first turn anyway, it's a creature. Oh, it's not just an artifact. Oh well. That's fine, though. I mean, I guess we're traded a little bit of potential damage for... Oh, okay. I'm actually good with that. So do I want to ramp and try to get to Chocobo? But I have nothing to put the counter on, so probably not. Let's just do this. Okay, 2-1 and it flies when it attacks, right? Is that the story? During my turn or something, okay. Yup. What's the crew cost on this? 2. I'm at a point where I'm casting the Chocobo anyway. Maybe I don't use this. Unless I really care about the +1/+1 counter on this, which I don't know that I do. But also, do I want to play nothing this turn? Well, I can play nothing this turn. Hold this back. Can crew this now. I think it's a loot as well, which is pretty good. Pretty good for them. Pretty good. Pretty soon our Final Fantasy drafts will be over. Mercifully. Maybe Edge of Eternities will go better for us. Yeah. Having this in play wouldn't be bad. It's gonna be a lightning rod if we put it out there. I think I'm gonna go with this first. Okay. Play the land. hold this back. How much is the equip cost on this for? Not doing that anytime soon. I think I'm just going to attack. I mean, if our opponent really wants to get aggressive and attack for like 3, or actually attack for 4, they could. Well, 3, I guess. We could lose just to this looting if we're not careful too. So there's that. Another way to lose. Another way to lose in Final Fantasy Draft. Before looting again, or just not winning that race. And this thing could activate now too. I mean, if they cast something large enough, which they very well may. And then we'll have a 5/3 flyer coming at us. I guess it didn't matter. I guess I could have attacked. I can't do anything with this thing. Anyway. Probably would have been a smarter move, actually. I feel like after about 3 drafts, I'm finally starting to get this. If I were to do a 4th one, I think I'd do better. I don't know if I want to test that theory, though. I gotta start reading Edge of Eternity's cards, like, in great detail, like, tonight. That's the plan. Can't go in blind. It's kind of fun to go in blind, where you really don't know, like, what's gonna come up when you open draft packs, but it's probably not good, good streaming, fodder. Okay. Yeah, that's gonna hurt. There's not a whole lot we can do here. Can't play that off the title. Oh, we can. Does that can? Oh, that's a creature because yeah, it's a Tiger creature. I could play that, but it just doesn't do anything for us. If I had the mana, I could play that even. But yeah, unfortunately, we're just dead to the flyers. I mean, I guess it's possible they can't trigger this. Oh, it has a crew too, though. So yeah, they can use it. Yeah, I think that's gonna be that. Yes, they are. It's like Thanksgiving over here. This has been the worst deck yet. I thought the other two were not great. I actually liked the one from last week, and I feel like maybe if we got some luckier draws, it could have been better. That control deck last week was good. That's awesome. Great. Birds are so hot right now. That's fantastic. Yeah. Well, I guess it's the end of the chocobos. They're not so hot anymore. I should have known, because even though I'm not super familiar with these cards, I do know from doing finance videos, chocobos were hot before the set came out. Then they weren't anymore. So I should have picked up on that. That's awesome, Green. Yes. Good times. Oh, wow. That was rough. That was rough, y'all. That was rough. Wow. I'm ready for Edge of Eternities. How about y'all? Let me claim my one win here. I'm like losing all my gems. I was breaking even or going up in gems for like, I haven't bought gems in like years. This set is gonna make me buy gems again. I still have a lot, but like, hey Omar, you missed it. You missed me getting run over with my sad chocobos. But thanks for stopping by. You'll have to watch it later. It's something. Some bad magic. If you're like bad magic, this is the place to be. But yeah, you know, it's like I said, overall, I like the format. I do think it is super like there are certain card combinations that can come out super fast, and they just like that's that, right? Time stamped. That's awesome, Omar. Oh yeah, you'll enjoy it for sure. It's a bad scene, but yeah, there's some card combinations that just come out like so quickly, and it's like if you don't have an answer, like you're done already. You're done on like turn 3, you know, like so. But yeah, and that can happen in any format. Sometimes someone plays a mythic, it skews the game, but like now, you know, some of these cards are like not mythics, you know, so. But I don't know, it was fun. If you like bad magic, I should make that my new slogan for the channel. Make t-shirts. If you like bad magic, both gameplay as well as your card values either crashing or spiking when you don't want them to. Kind of fits either way. So no problem, Joseph. Thanks for stopping by and for watching. It was fun, even though we got trampled over. It was fun. I'm looking forward to, like I said, next week. What I'll probably do is I'll have to see where the cards are. If I have to do like a 2-part market watch, then I probably won't stream. But if I don't, I don't think I will. Usually, like the week the new set comes out, everybody's putting all their money into the new set. So, so the market is usually relatively calm. But and then it kind of takes off sometimes the next week or two. But depending on the cards and the set and everything. But if not, if I have the time, I'll stream Edge of Eternities next week. That'll be fun. I gotta learn the cards this time, because my Final Fantasy drafts were lacking for sure. Trying to play blind was maybe not the best of ideas, but it was fun. I had a good time with it. So hey, what can you do? Anyway, before I go, I mess with my second screen that lags on me for a moment, and just wanted to remind you all one more time as I'm killing time as I slowly get it up there. Okay. Again, as you know, the channel is sponsored by Flipside Gaming, so check them out, flipsidegaming.com. You can get your Edge of Eternities there. You can get your Spider-Man pre-orders in over there. They have a whole lot of other things as well. You know, they have a lot of Magic, but they have other games too. So if you are interested in other games, like this draft has got me thinking about now, they have a lot of options for you. So check it out. And and like I always say, I mean, they've been great to the channel for a very long time. So they're awesome, and I've heard a lot of great feedback, from the folks that have purchased from them and all. And I also like the fact that they're a local game store. They're not just like a big company sending out cards. They're a true local game store in their area, which is awesome. So we need more of that. And it just seems like so many game stores have disappeared in the last few years. And I know things are different now. I mean, Arena is more of a thing, obviously, and a lot of things have changed from the old days. But pre-releases are a lot different, I think, because you can play on Arena a few days later, where pre-releases were a big deal. And back in the day, and some of you watching I'm sure know, like when it was the pre-release was a week before the release, and like you couldn't buy cards at the pre-release. You got your pre-release pack, or whatever, and that was it. You got your 6 packs or whatever how many tournaments you played in, and that was that. Those were your cards until next week when you could buy them, and it really felt special every time. There was also less sets, so it only happened a few times a year. So yeah, in those early pre-releases, even more so, right? Because in some cases, I mean, I guess I never went to any that were, I don't know when they started official pre-releases, but like I never went to any like pre-internet days or anything like that, where you might not have known the cards, I suppose. I think the first one I ever went to was Cold Snap. But so obviously you could look up the cards ahead of time, but it did, in those days it did feel special. Now it feels kind of like, I think if you have friends at the game store that play, it could definitely be a good time. But I think there's not that sense of urgency, where I think people tend to just kind of say, oh, well, if I can't make it, I can buy cards, or I can, I can just go on Arena in a couple days and play, so, I don't know, things change, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. Obviously, it gives everyone more access to playing the game, which is awesome. I work on the weekends making the videos, so I wouldn't necessarily be able to get to a pre-release if there was one near me even, and so I can play Arena, and that's pretty cool. So so I don't think it's a bad thing, but it's just different, so anyway, I guess that's that. And but again, thank you all for everything, for being here today, and for chatting and all. I appreciate that. And I know some of you all have enjoyed these streams, even though my playing of Final Fantasy has not been fantastic. So I appreciate that too. But we got to do better with Edge of Eternities. We got to get back at it, our old level of play, hopefully. But yeah, we were doing really great when I used to stream previously. So so hopefully we'll just get past this bump in the road. I know a lot of people have had trouble with this set. I've watched Kenji stream a lot, and he always seems frustrated with what's going on. It's a different set. Sometimes it's hard to wrap your head around. I remember Murders at Carlisle Manor. I really enjoyed that, even though it was a really weird format. Draft was really strange. It was so aggressive, super aggressive, but I really really liked it, and I did really well with it. So maybe that's why I liked it. I don't know. But that was a different, like it was a little weird. It was a little different. I feel like this is different, and not in the same way, but I don't know. Maybe I just haven't been playing much lately. Maybe all the sets are like this. I don't know. Anyway, well, I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you all for being here. I've probably talked enough about the old days of Magic and all that. So anyway, have a great day, and I will talk to you soon. Definitely be back on Saturday with the next Market Watch. So until then, have a great day. Hey, thanks to Blue. Appreciate that. Glad you had fun. Like I said, yeah, I had a good time. Even my chocobos didn't have a good time, but I had a good time. That's what's important. So hopefully some of you did too. So have a great day, Green, as well. Thank you for being here. So all right, I will see you all Saturday then. So have a great week. See you, Omar.